Guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Epiphany with the one and only Tremaine Colgate. As you see, today we not in the studio, we not sitting on the couch. We are out and about in the streets. And do you believe my hair is looking like this? But it's okay, that's why we out in the streets, because today I'm gonna bring you along with me to meet two very special dudes, and no, not my lovers. They are some revolutionary dudes. They know how to help improve your hair, how to stop it from breaking, you know, all this crazy stuff that goes on with our hair. We can't figure out how to fix it. So just stay tuned, don't go nowhere, because I guarantee you, you are about to be in for a treat. So tell them who y'all are, what y'all do, what y'all about. So that way they don't just hear me.
Well, I'm Daoud. I'm a hair designer, and I'm into hair health.
I'm Oscar Hines. I'm one of the founders of the SEPA hair products, and that's what you were just talking about, right?
Yes.
Helping your hair to look good, helping it to look
SEPA
good.
is like crack for the hair, I promise you. I don't want nothing about hair, so I have every question. Only question I don't have is how do you wash it, how do you comb it? I've learned that, but how do you flat iron, how do you do, I don't know how to do nothing. I'm totally oblivious when it comes to hair. But when I came across you all, I learned so much in like 5 minutes just dealing with him. Just like in 5 minutes, he was just treating my hair, and he was like teaching me all this stuff. He was saying all these scientific words, and I was like, I didn't, you know.
Well, yeah.
But you know, he taught me a lot. Like I said before, you know, I didn't know anything about hair, so I would go out there and I would do all this stuff with my hair, trying to make it look like this and trying to do this. You know, I would go out and get my cornrows. I feel my hair is an expression of who I am, but I didn't know how to take care of it. I really did.
Well, see, I'm sorry, I was just going to say, you just said something that's really important, that your hair is an expression of who you are. And you know, so many people, men and women feel that way. I mean, is that your experience?
Because there's somebody right now rocking this look right here. This is all they say, they ain't going natural. I ain't going natural, it's just, I've been neglecting my hair. That's all this is.
There's a lot of people out here right now with a lot of scalp issues, you know what I'm saying? And they're really like, they're defeating the purpose because they're hiding the problem instead of taking care of it. And that's what we do. We take care of the problem. But I mean, there's, and like, what are we're basically talking about like the products with petrolatum in it.
Petrolatum, what's petrolatum? Right?
Grease. That's grease
Right.
and oil.
And of course the petrolatum too, once it gets down inside the follicle, it causes a bacteria called candida. Okay. Yeah, candida.
But you see like a kind of yellowish cast, and it's in patches. That yellowish flaking patch generally has to do with Candida albicans. Candida albicans is systemic. It's throughout your entire system. The problem or the challenge with that is that if somebody has a Candida issue, not only is it going to affect their hair, but and for those of your viewers who are listening right now, if they've had a combination of any of these symptoms, if they've had issues with tiredness, lethargy, bloating, acid reflux, if they've had problems with yeast infections, bladder infections, urinary tract infections, constipation, cravings for sweets. I know, I'm covering all that.
I thought I was just pregnant. Don't figure. Now you're trying to tell me I got a yeast infection in my head.
Yeah, so no,
It goes to the bloodstream. And I tell a lot of my clients too as well, a lot of times too, why they're getting treatments by me to get rid of the candida, then a lot of times too, a lot of, I was going to tell you, it's a lot of dairy products can reactivate that. So I take them off of dairy products, and that helps a lot as well.
And sugar. Sugar is one of the biggest. Sugar is one of the biggest promoters of yeast and yeast-related issues.
So what you're saying is, what we eat actually affects our hair as well?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely. If you just increase water intake, you actually can increase growth. I mean, it's that simple because your hair is made from keratin proteins. We've heard that.
So would that work for people who like going bald? Because, you know, as men we get older and, you know, things start help with that. Can y'all?
You can. There's a couple of things, a little bit more than a glass of water. There's a couple of treatments that we have. In fact, we could chat about a few of them, but there's a couple of treatments that we do that would actually help to increase the growth in those areas.
We call it sebatize.
Yeah. Yeah. This is SEBA. And what's interesting here is that these little capsules are pretty remarkable because they duplicate your hair's natural sebaceous oil excretion. So all of us have natural oils in our hair, and then through like processes like relaxing and coloring and different things that we do, heat and so on, we start to lose a lot of that moisture, and then the hair starts to break, it starts to dry, and issues like that occur. Well, what SEBA basically does is it enables the body or the hair to retain the moisture and to reestablish elasticity. But you're in luck today, Colgate. I got to tell you, you know, your timing, as always, right? This is so good because we're going to do this treatment on. All right, we don't want to take too much more of the time, but just to briefly explain it, basically, we just call it liquid hair infusion for short. And the liquid hair infusion treatment is pretty amazing because basically what we do with that is
I don't tell them.
Oh.
Because we gotta make sure they come back.
Okay.
I already told them how good y'all were.
Okay.
And I told them that y'all were gonna blow their mind. So we want to make sure they stick around for it because you give them everything now, they ain't gonna come back. So we're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. Y'all don't go anywhere.
Come on, I'm so excited.
And we're back. As you see, I am in the chair about to get this Afro puff tape. Thank goodness. So, Dawood, what exactly are you doing to my demonstrated hair?
First of all, you had some braids in. So we want to look, I'm looking at the scalp right now to see if there's any type of seborrheic dermatitis, if he has a lot of buildup or not. Which he doesn't because he has been getting treatments. And it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do today is basically, rather than relax his hair, we're going to go ahead and give him a treatment, and we're going to give him the European treatment, okay, basically. And what it's going to be doing is strengthening his hair. So if you take 3 strands of his hair right now, wrap it around your finger, and pull it, it's going to break. The hydrogen sulfide bonds in the hair are not strong enough, okay? Now, after the treatment, you can take 4 or 5 strands, and you will literally almost cut through your finger. That's how strong your hair will be, okay? So we're going to do that, but first we're going to add moisture inside of his hair. And we're going to add the SEBA capsules too to retain his moisture, which stops breakage, adds shine, and promotes your growth, okay? Let's get started. Okay, hang on back here.
We're headed to the chair. Tell them, you know, how will they go pick out shampoo? They finish watching the show.
Oh, I don't know. I don't use anybody else's shampoo. Oh. I use SEBA.
Well, there you go, folks. Somebody else shampoo
hey.
SEBA. They have what they can do on the cap. So even that's harmful to the hair.
Well, you know, the problem is that most people that use a weave, they spend a lot of money on it, so they're going to keep it in their hair for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. That's where the real damage takes place. Liquid hair infusion treatment is designed to infuse proteins back in the hair. So whenever we're infusing that protein, the steam is going to come through, and it's going to basically reestablish some of the bonds that we talked about. It's on the inside of the hair. So what we'll do next is we're actually going to start taking a sealant and we're going to seal what we just did. Now it's obvious, and I don't know if the audience can't quite see the difference, but The difference now in the strength of your hair is already there, but what we want to do is put some protein back in there. Like as I try to break about 5 or 10 strands of the hair, it's harder to break now. The ends look healthier than they did. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to put a little moisture in it, and then we're going to put the sealant through it. And the sealant is designed to seal the cuticles down. And once we seal those cuticles, that's going to keep it from continuing to break or shed.
And put it in your hand. Very light oil.
And this is natural oil,
28 centimeters. Oh, yeah. As soon as you put it on, it starts.
See how it gives you a whole new attitude? I mean, I don't feel like I look crazy now. Now I can go out in the streets like this. I would whip my hair back and forth so you can see how the body and how it's just gonna fall back into place. But I just got it styled, and I gotta go to another rehearsal, so therefore I can't show y'all all of that. Cause I still gotta look good for a couple more hours. But anyway, you get the gist. You know, it went from woo to woo. You should really try it. What's the website again? You know, cause people.
www.hairhealth.com.
That's www.hairhealth.com, and put in the special code CO1000 and they will give you a discount. Just tell them Colgate sent you and they gonna send you a smile back, okay?
And when they need the treatment, it's 718-787-8174. Daoud.
There you go. You heard it here, right here on Epiphany. Well, you guys, that concludes our show. Until next time, smile always. Colgate style. Bye.